Recording in progress.
Welcome to our training today. Today we're talking about how to become a loan broker, how to become a partner is what we call it a credit suite, or how to become a loan broker, however you want to define it. I'm going to teach you not only just how to become a loan broker, but how to build a 7-figure loan broker business, everything you need to be successful in the loan broker space. I'm going to reveal to you today. I'm going to give you the exact formula that we've used to help thousands and thousands of people break into the space of becoming a business loan broker and build 7-figure plus businesses. So what are we going to cover today? Well, a lot of different things. We're going to talk about how to easily get started if you haven't already. And if you even are already started, succeed as a business loan broker. What's the formula to success to actually help people with business credit financing? We're going to talk about why business credit financing are in such high demand right now. We are in a COVID-19 pandemic world. And in this pandemic world, there's more demand for money and for this position than we've ever seen before. We're going to take a look at some stats to support that and talk about why it's in such high demand right now and how you can serve business owners. We're talking about how to offer loans and credit lines for your customers, how you can tap into this, how you can offer them every different kind of credit financing, how you can offer a lot of different ways to get money. So even if they have credit issues, even if they're a startup, you still have solutions for them. This is essential. If you're going to become a business loan broker, then making money on as many people as you can becomes important, which means you have to be able to help the vast majority of people get access to financing. And we're going to talk about how to do that. We're also going to be diving into how you can easily offer business credit for your customers. Again, what's interesting about loan brokers is that if you look at the most successful that exist, they make more money off customers they can't get funding for than ones they can. So that means they're offering other products, other services to help their customers when their customers can't qualify for loans or credit lines. You have to get this down, because if you get this down, you can not only just help people that can qualify for certain kind of loans, but you can help everybody. And we're going to talk about that today. We're also going to talk about how you can access everything you need to be successful, the training you need to learn all these different loan products and who qualifies and who doesn't and how to get them to the right lender, the marketing materials from flyers to PowerPoints to videos to all these assets that you have to be able to access to be successful. We'll talk about growth strategies and what you need to know to achieve maximum success quickly. That's what this is all about. This training isn't just about becoming a business loan broker. It's about the fastest path to building a 7-figure plus loan brokerage company. So how's the fastest path to make yourself really successful? We're going to be talking about that today. We're talking about how you can have all the work done for you, how you don't even have to go out and find lenders and place deals and do all the heavy lifting, how you can just go out and promote your product, promote your business, and then be able to make money just for doing that without doing all the heavy lifting. So you're going to have different alternatives, whether you want to get the lead, close the sale yourself, have somebody else close it, have you get help closing it. Any of those scenarios we're going to talk about so you can kind of choose your own adventure, right? Choose the best path that actually works for you. And we're also going to be talking about how you can earn thousands of dollars per customer in front-end commissions and thousands more in back-end commissions. Look, if you want to build a successful company selling anything, you have to really get down lifetime value. The more you can improve somebody's lifetime value, then the more that customer is worth to you. We're going to talk about how to earn thousands of dollars with front-end sales and thousands of dollars with funding commissions. And when you combine that, it's very lucrative on every customer you can help to be able to offer a product or solution too. We're going to be diving into that today as well. So we got a lot to cover, as you can see. And all of this we're going to be revealing over the next 60, probably 90 minutes, and I'll stick around for questions as well. Now, if you're sticking around to the end of this training, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you about $500+ worth of bonuses where you're able to come in and get your own fundability assessment for your business. We're going to look at the things that are preventing you from getting maximum funding and help you fix those things. We're going to get you business credit reports with Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, Experian. If you're interested in helping other people with business credit, you probably want to get an idea what your own business credit reports are like. They're $250 to the bureaus. We're going to get them for you for free. Go over those those with you. And then we'll also do a funding qualification to tell you all the money you can qualify for now. If you're going to launch your own business offering business credit financing, it's going to help to have access to money to be able to promote it, grow it, and market it. So we'll talk about that as well. All of this at the very end, the very last slide I have, I'm going to show you and talk to you about exactly how to get all of this. Whether you buy anything, you don't buy anything, none of that stuff matters. This is what you're entitled to just because you stick around at the end of the training. And in the end of the training, before the Q&A, I am going to show you how to get this. Speaking of Q&A, in a lot of my live streams, I am answering questions in real time. First of all, tell me where you're from. If you're tuning in from YouTube, from Facebook, if you're tuning in from my LinkedIn profile, from our groups, from anywhere, tell me where you're from. Always like for you to give me a shout out and say, hey, it's Ty. Hey, Ty, it's so-and-so from Nashville, Tennessee. So always like to see that. Your questions along the way, I'm going to get them answered at the end. Typically, my live streams, I answer them as I go. But here's what's going on. I'm managing a webinar and I'm managing a live stream on a lot of different channels. Today, we're going to have thousands, probably 1,000 to 2,000 people here. So I can't answer everybody's questions as I go. I won't be able to get to all the information I want to give you. So I'm going to get to information today. I'm not going to answer a lot of questions as I go, but I will stay around and hang out in the end to make sure your questions are answered. I'll leave another 30, 45 minutes. So for those that want to stick around for the Q&A, you can. And for those that don't, you don't need to. But again, I'm going to make sure your questions are answered. The other reason this makes sense is a lot of the questions that you're going to ask, they're already going to be addressed. I've already anticipated you're going to ask them, and we're going to be talking about them anyways. So again, not ignoring you. We will get to all questions. I will be getting to them at the end of the training today. So for those that don't know me, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. 20 years plus now in the financial industry. I speak about this worldwide, okay? I later this week have, I think, Fox. I'm on Fox talking about this. I've got interviews with ABC and NBC and CBS and Fox just over the course of the next 45 days, right? So I speak about this worldwide. I've got 2 of the best-selling books on consumer and commercial credit, Business Credit Decoded and Perfect Credit, which teach people this world of how consumer credit and commercial credit work. And as I mentioned, I'm on news stations, podcast, radio, TV. I've been featured in Entrepreneur. I've been featured in Forbes. Blah, blah, blah. I'm only telling you this because I don't want you to think that anything here is theory. I'm not some dude that built business credit for himself or built financing or became a loan broker, and I'm here to show you how I did it. Nope, that's not me. Okay, I'm the guy that's helped 42,000+ people succeed in this world. And now I'm going to show you what all these tens of thousands of people have in common and how they succeeded to get the faster path. So it's the only reason I tell you this stuff is just to let you know that I have the experience and knowledge to go through this. As a matter of fact, I oversee the largest business credit partner division in the country, which means that if you look at who has the most loan brokers per se under their tutelage, that if they've taught how to succeed in the space, I'm the guy. And I'm only telling you that not because of ego, only because I want you to know that I have the authority to talk about these things we're going to discuss today. Now, a little bit about Credit Suite. Helped over 48,000 people now build business credit and get financing. We're been on the Inc. 5000 as one of the fastest growing companies in the country, 2019 and 20. Also ranked one of the most entrepreneur companies. Actually, it's 2019, 20, and hopefully 21. I guess 21 is not done yet. Most entrepreneur companies in the country per Entrepreneur Magazine. A+ rated with the BBB. Hundreds of reviews online. Hundreds of actual testimonials online. And again, Credit Suite's been featured just about everywhere, from radio, TV, to major news stations, to Inc., to Entrepreneur, to many other places. So again, built a really good reputation in this space of helping people understand what we're going to be diving into today. Now, are you in the right place? Well, if you're interested in building a lucrative career as a loan broker, you're in the right place. I'm not here to just show you how to become a loan broker. I'm here to teach you how to build a 7-figure business doing this. So if you really want something that's lucrative, then I'm going to show you how to not just become a business loan broker, but how to become a business loan broker and how to create a lucrative career doing this. We're going to talk about how to make money with business credit and financing. So if you're interested in learning both sides of how you make money on loans and credit lines of business credit, we're going to talk about all that as well. We're going to talk about if your job has changed in this, right? We've got the great resignation going on, which means that people are sick and tired of working normal jobs or they're not appreciative. And what we've seen is this massive spike of people that want to do their own thing, that want to create their own business, that want to help and give back and provide value to other people's lives. So if that's you and you're interested in leaving a job or creating a secondary income to do your own thing, we're going to dive into that today. If you're talking about wanting to start a new business or add to an existing business, add it to a new product line or services to what you're already doing, we're going to talk about that. And if you're interested in helping entrepreneurs succeed, we're going to map that out as well while you're earning high commissions. Look, it's one thing to help people, but it's another thing to help people while earning a really significant income for you and your family. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how to create recurring income for this as well. A lot of loan brokers don't have that. We're going to talk about how to create recurring income so you have predictable income as part of your loan brokerage business. And if you don't want regulation headaches and nightmares that so many people get caught into, I'm going to show you that today too. I'm going to show you how to get into this space without needing bonds and licensing in all these different states. I'm going to show you how to legally operate in this space without doing a lot of these things that hold up a lot of loan brokers and prevent them from actually being able to succeed in this space. So I want to tell you a little bit about what brought me here. I do a pretty bad job in most cases of ever telling people about my story. So let me kind of tell you where I come from. The first business I ever started was a mortgage company, and it was about the 2005 timeframe, right? So I built it up. The whole mortgage industry collapsed. I was doing jumbo loans, and what I did literally overnight went away. You can no longer do jumbo loans. That's what I did. So I hung in there probably, I don't know still to this day if it was a mistake or a good or a bad thing, but I used my personal funds to try to keep my employees retained as long as possible and just went through this slow process of seeing a business fail. Very successful 7-figure business. Something comes out of the blue like COVID you can't control, no government money to bail you out. All of a sudden, our ability to close loans went away, shut down the office, let people go, eventually had to close down the whole business. House got pushed to foreclosure, cars got repossessed, literally pushed to the brink of personal bankruptcy, thousands of dollars to bankruptcy attorneys, never filed, but got to the point where I literally had paid them, done all the paperwork, and even changed my mind at the last minute. But I mean, about as low as you can get. One of the lowest points I ever remember is coming home and having the power shut off, had a pregnant wife at home at the time. And I remember sitting in the driveway with my back against the garage door, going through multiple different check registers for businesses that were closed, that were no longer valid, trying to literally pass bad checks just to get my electric turned on, none of which worked. And I literally had to borrow money from my father-in-law to turn on my electric so my pregnant wife didn't come home to a Florida summer with no AC. I mean, I still remember every aspect of that as clear as day. So I know what it's like to build a business, make it successful, and then all of a sudden, because of nothing within my control, completely lose everything. So what happened then was it was a monumental shift in my life where I stopped doing business to make money, and I legitimately realized pain that I'd never experienced before and wanted to rescue other people from that pain. And so I started a consumer credit business, helping people fix consumer credit. Mine was ruined during this because I personally guaranteed everything in my business name. So when the business went down, I went down with it. I'm going to show you how to get around that today, but that's what happened in my world. And then what happened was that because I defaulted on business debts, the business debtors came in and literally cleaned out my personal bank accounts. It's what happened. I mean, literally, I had thousands of dollars there. The next day, it was thousands of dollars negative because they took all the money that was there, and I had checks written against that money. And so all those checks bounced. It was an absolute nightmare. I'm going to show you how to get around all that, but that's what happened in my world. And so my saying sound cliche that I got out of running a business to make money and got into it to help people, but legitimately, it was like a switch clicked on in my head, and that's what happened. I just wanted to help people avoid the pain I'd experienced. So I got into the consumer credit space. And what happened along the way was a lot of people started to ask me about business credit. So eventually one night, literally, this is my desk. I'm sitting at the same desk in the same spot in the same office here. And not in the same office I am now, but in the office, the image that you see here. And I decided I was going to figure out what business credit was. There was nothing on YouTube about it. There was no companies that really offered it at the time. It was just this weird thing that people kind of indirectly knew about, but didn't. And so I sat for hours and hours, and I'll never forget. It was in the middle of the morning. It was about 2 or 3 in the morning when I finally figured out enough to realize what business credit was. I realized that I could separate consumer and commercial liability. I realized it was a way to get money even when I couldn't qualify for other kind of financing. The bottom line is, what I realized is it could have saved me the fate that I was in, the foreclosures, the repossessions, the bankruptcy. It could have saved me. It could have helped protect me personally from what happened in the business if I would have done it the right way. And I'll never forget this moment. As a matter of fact, my hair literally in my arm stands on end, because what happened was, I remember standing up from my desk and pushing myself back and just standing there. It was the middle of the night. It was completely silent. I just stood there and said, what do I do with this? I mean, I just discovered something that, being in financial services for 10 plus years, I never knew. It could have saved me. Nobody else knows about this either. And I was brought up that you never complain about a problem unless you're willing to propose a solution. I'm very blessed to have parents that brought me up under this. And it almost makes you cry when I think about this, because it just means it cuts so deep. And I remember in that moment that I'm going to figure out business credit, and I'm going to teach the world how this works. Like, it's time that we all learn this. And in real time, I went in and I started to produce. This is a slide from one of my very first webinars I ever did. Rudimentary graphics and slides, and I would go learn about something and I would teach it. I would go learn about Dun & Bradstreet's Paydex scores. The next day, I would teach it with these crappy slide decks just to help other people understand the knowledge as I was getting it in real time. How does Dun & Bradstreet work? I would teach people. How does Paydex work? I would teach people. How you can get loans? I would teach people. And before long, I realized I had thousands of followers. A lot of people were paying attention. They had the same thirst for knowledge on these topics as I did. So I went to my friends. I owned a consumer credit repair business. I said, hey, do you guys have customers that would be interested in business credit? Because I do, and I'm thinking about creating a solution to be able to help those people get money. And all my friends said, I want that too. I want it too. I want it too. So we created the first business finance suite, and I'll show you that later. And then I rolled it out to my friends. My friends and I, it was just for my friends and I to offer to our customers to help them get business credit as well as fix their consumer credit repair. I would go to credit repair events that were just getting started and teach people how all this worked. And so that's what brought me down this road. Now I look back, and that was going on 10 years ago. We've now helped nearly 50,000 people through the process of building business credit, getting financing, and being able to offer this as a service. So I've been to a point where I built a business, seen it all fail, come back and built a very successful business on top of that, helping people do what I'm about to teach you right now how to do. And again, you have questions along the way, I'm not going to neglect your questions. I will stick around to the end to make sure that those questions are answered. So look, a lot of people believe in the entrepreneur space that you can't get money for a business if you have bad credit. It's not true. None of what I'm about to show you on this slide is true. And during today's training, I'm going to show you how to overcome every one of these things. I'm going to show you how every one of these things is incorrect and how you can actually monetize by helping people that think this way realize these things aren't true and offer them solutions when they think there isn't. A lot of people think that you can't get money for a business unless you have collateral, or that a startup can't get money, or you can't get money without income verification, or you can't get financing for a business if you've been turned down. Or a lot of business owners don't realize that any business can get business credit, even if you just open your doors today, and that you can get it without a personal guarantee. And all these things today, I'm going to show you how all of these things actually are possible. But let's talk about the problem. The biggest problem is that the reality is getting money is hard. That's the problem. The problem is people are struggling to get money. So per the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, more than half of all businesses are gone in the first 5 years. 82% of these failures are due to lack of issues with cash flow, per U.S. bank study. So again, the vast majority of businesses fail because they can't access capital. That's the reality. And 90% of business owners agree that the availability of loans is a problem. And more than half of business owners literally worry about this regularly. They are on a regular basis worrying about how they are even going to fund their business. This is the problem that as a business loan broker, you can solve. Offering this as a primary or a secondary service, this is the problem that you can solve. As a business owners need money to survive. If they don't get it, they go under. Okay. And a lot of them don't know where to get it. They don't know how to get it. They don't even know if they can get it. And those are all problems I'm going to show you today how we can actually help solve. Now, in a COVID-19 world, business owners need capital more than ever before, right? So it's one of the best times you could ever talk to business owners about this and create a primary or secondary income stream for your business. I put a little thing here I grabbed this morning from online. I just did a real keyword search.io tool, pulled it up and did a really quick search for business loans. And you can see here that the trend is up 22% for people searching for this. This was a search this morning. So I can pull so many ways of proving the same thing to you. But the bottom line is if you look at the demand for business loans, for business credit cards, for business credit lines, it's hockey stick. It's pretty much straight up. So everybody right now, the demand for what we're talking about here has shot through the roof. So if you're thinking about adding this as a primary or secondary income stream, there couldn't be a better time because of all of the uncertainty around COVID and Omicron variant, which is an awesome name, by the way, way better than Delta, I gotta say. So whatever it may be, that's this crazy COVID world that we live in, okay, it creates all this uncertainty where people are sick of working jobs, want to start their own business, and people in business know it takes money to grow the business, and they're all out there looking for capital. So how can you help business owners with this? There's three things, and I'm about to show you a formula that so few loan brokers ever find and fail and abandon the business, and where every one of the most successful ones understand this concept, and this is what they're using to build seven-figure plus businesses. It's three parts. First, you got to understand why people get denied to begin with. A lot of people don't get denied because of their credit score, because of their income. There's other things you can control and help them fix. And when you do that, other loan brokers tell them no. You're able to come in and provide a solution and get the answer to yes. So you're able to help a lot more people, which is the critical part of building a seven-figure plus local broker business. Look, there's three ways in any business you're going to make money. You're going to get more people to sell to, get more customers, right? You're going to sell those people more things. You're going to find more stuff to sell those people, or you're even going to raise your prices and sell it to them for more money. Well, again, the key here is that you got to be able to help more people. And by improving what gets them denied, you're going to be able to do just that. Now, the second part is you got to build business credit, because a large part of getting approved for loans and credit lines is based on business credit being established. But business credit's also a catch-all. Anybody can get it. So imagine being a business loan broker. Your job is to help people get money. And imagine your competitors are out there offering one or two products like they normally are, and 80% to 90% of the people they talk to cannot qualify for their product, which is real numbers. 80 to 90% of the products they sell and offer to customers, they can't help people with because people don't qualify. Now imagine you're in the loan broker space and you have 100% approval rate. You can get anybody money. If they want to start a business, you can get anybody money. Imagine the advantage you have versus a loan broker who's getting 90% denial when you're getting 100% approval. It's nearly a 200% swing because they're denying everybody, you're approving everybody. I'm going to show you how to do that during today's training as well. And we're also going to talk about one of the biggest, most crucial mistakes loan brokers make, which is the fact that they only offer one or two or three funding programs. They look at 80-20. They say, wow, 80% of my fundings come from this small sliver of products. So what I'm going to do is only offer this small sliver of products. Now the reality is all these people you exclude that you could help. But if you could offer every type of funding in one solution where every type of loan or credit line that's legitimate, that's in the space you can provide, then you can imagine the massive advantage you have and the unique brokerage you'd have that would explode with growth when you can help everybody and you have access to almost every legitimate funding program in one place. This is the formula we found that helps you succeed in this space. And this is the exact formula that I'm going to talk about how to be successful with today. So let's talk about the first step, improving fundability. Look, you've applied for a credit card before and received an automated approval. You've also received that dreaded message that you'll hear by mail in 7 to 10 days. And the dreaded message is always the same. You get it in the mail. It's you got denied, what credit bureau they used to create the denial. What happens here In milliseconds, why does a computer decide we're approved versus denied? Now, you may think, like a lot of entrepreneurs, that it's because of your credit score is not good, or it's because your income isn't good, or it's because you haven't been in business a year. It's all BS. It's not true. The reality is, when we've dug into this and pulled back the curtain and figured out the credit bureaus that these guys are using that we don't know about, where they're getting data from, how they're making decisions, how their computers work, why their algorithms are set the way they are, what we found out is absolutely astonishing. The vast majority of loan denials are not because the borrower doesn't qualify. The denials are created because of basic fundability or foundational issues with the business. Bottom line is, the business owner didn't set up the business the right way to begin with. If you got your entity set up the right way, and your phone number and your address and your email, if you set up what looks like a legitimate, credible business, your chances of getting approved skyrocket. And by the way, today, I'm not going to just teach you theory. I'm going to go through and show you real examples from case studies with clients. I'm going to show you real approvals. Everything I'm going to show you and talk to you about will be supported with substantial amounts of evidence as we go through this today. So the reality is, lenders have a secret set of criteria they do not publish that determines if you get approved or denied. It's what they plug into these computers that make the decision. This is what's called fundability. It's how your business is fundable. Fundability is just your ability to get money from the system. So think about this. If you understand the secret formula of why people get denied and you're able to fix that problem, how much more value are you to the people that you serve? As a loan broker, as somebody offering business credit and offering financing, how much more value are you to those people when you can fix their underlying problem? It's the same as being a doctor and prescribing something to fix the symptom because you're coughing, or actually figure out what's causing the cough and fixing the underlying issue. That's what fundability is. And it's what creates automated approvals or denials. And it's what we need to figure out to be able to get people automated approvals. So this is where you've got to set up entrepreneurs where they're fundable. You got to set up the right kind of entity. You got to make sure that they're in the right industry. A lot of business owners, do you know what your NAICS code is, your industry code? I mean, if you don't even know what industry you're in or your own NAICS, then the people that you're serving don't know that. But there are two buckets. There's a underwriting scrutiny bucket, where just because you're in an industry, and by the way, if you're just coming in, I'm going to get your questions in the end, but give me a shout out. Tell me where you're from, especially if you're coming in from YouTube, Facebook, or if you're coming in from LinkedIn. Just say hi. Say, hey, Ty, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, wherever you are. Give me a shout out and let me know where you're from. So the fundability, we've got to make sure the industry code's set up. We've got to set up the entity the right way. We've got to have the right kind of business phone number set up that lenders like toll free, and list it with directories like 411. If there's a fax number, we want to give them that. We want to make sure that they have the right kind of business address. We want to avoid PO boxes and UPS addresses and addresses that get them denied. If you can get a license, get a license. It's a secret little thing in the lending world, where if just because you have a license, all kinds of credit issuers and lenders want to give you money. I'll tell you later one source that'll give you a $2,500 credit line just because you have a business license. So business licensing goes a long way to helping you get credit and financing. Congruency of records is very important. Making sure that all of your information is congruent. I'm going to give you an example later today, or actually a matter of probably about 7 minutes or less, where one person fixed one thing with congruency and turned around and got a no limit American Express card they just got denied before, and a loan they just got denied for, because they fixed one thing with congruency. And I'll show you that example. The type of references you have, whether you have a bank account set up, the way your website, your email is set up. Well, do you have these numbers that they want you to have? An EIN, a BIN number from Experian, a DUNS number from Dun & Bradstreet. Look, there's over 125 fundability factors that we found. 125. And this is it. This is the secret sauce that lenders plug into that computer to determine if you should get financing or credit or not. So when you understand this and get the ability to help business owners fix this, then a lot of people that would get denied get approved, which means all of a sudden you start gaining a reputation as the person that fixes the stuff that everybody else can't get done. It's how I succeeded in the mortgage business. I was very big at thinking outside the box. People would bring me impossible deals and I would figure out creative ways to get the deals done because I was able to think outside the box. Same thing here. People get denied, denied, denied. You bring them in, you fix fundability, and you automatically turn around and get them approved because even the slightest change to one of these fundability standards turns an actual of denial into an approval. So even if you are fundable, most applications are still going to get denied because of the secondary aspect of fundability, which is fraud concerns. And here's what happens. And I'm going to give you some of these secret credit bureaus, and I'm going to talk to you more about this. This is what's really going on. You're applying for a loan trying to get approved, and you think a lender's scrutinizing your application to see if you qualify. That's not what's happening at all. This is what's shocking. The lender isn't scrutinizing your application to see if you qualify. The lender's scrutinizing the application to see if the application is even real, if it's even legitimate. And the reason for that is the majority of applications that a bank receives are fraudulent. They're fake. They're not real. They're scammers trying to submit applications to get fake loans or to get loans approved to get real money using fake credentials. So lenders' computers are not set up to determine if you qualify or not. Their first safeguard is to determine if you are even real or you're not. Now, in your mind, you might say, well, of course I'm real. That's easy to prove it, but it's not as easy as you think because this is what happens. What happens is lenders and credit issuers behind the scenes are getting all kinds of information about you from all these sources: LexisNexis, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Small Business Financial Exchange, Equifax, Check Systems. Check Systems is a credit bureau that gives a score and a report just on how you manage your bank account. Did you know that? Did you know you have a credit score on how you manage your bank account that lenders see? Did you know that LexisNexis credit reports 300 plus pages, has every address you've ever lived in, every email address you've ever had, every phone number you've had, every name that you've ever been associated with, the building materials of your home, the AC units, the square footage of every home you've ever owned, the interest rates you've paid on every note you've had, the title company you used to actually close the home loan, every car loan that you've ever owned, including VIN number, every insurance policy you've ever had on every one of those vehicles, every public record, every license you've had issue, every license you've ever had denied in your entire life, every public record. Even if it's not on your credit report, every bankruptcy judgment, everything that's dropped off your credit reports years ago is still in LexisNexis. Lenders are still accessing all that data where you don't even think that they are. All of this is happening because there's this data behind the scene that lenders and credit issuers are getting and making decisions about you. And what they're doing is they're comparing your loan application to everything else they're getting behind the scenes. And if there's any question where you submitted something on a loan application which isn't consistent with what they're getting behind the scenes, you get denied. Let me give you a simple example. The Small Business Financial Exchange, the SBFE, is a third-party data aggregator owned by its members. Its members are lenders. Bank of America, Chase, every one of the big banks is a member. They all openly exchange information. SBFE is what's based on a give to get philosophy, which means if you want to be part of SBFE, you have to give all the information you have on all of your customers to get all the information everybody else has on all of their customers. So what happens is you submit a loan application to Chase. What you don't know is that Bank of America can access everything you put on that application for Chase. They can see the data. So if you put that your revenue was $300,000 a year with Chase and then $315 with Bank of America, it throws up an alert because the information you're giving is inconsistent with what the computers believe to be accurate, and it throws up potential fraud concerns. And that is why most applications for credit financing are denied. This is why fundability is so important, because when we understand this, then we can come in and create the exact structure that lenders and credit issuers want. We understand that they like a corporation and they don't like a sole proprietorship, so we choose a corporation. We understand that they don't like financial services industries, but they do like software companies. So we choose an NAICS that makes us a software company because we can choose, because we could be in either one of those. So now we've chosen industry that they really like to lend to. We've got the phone number set up the right way, the address, the website, everything. It's like a series of checks that we meet. And in doing so, we make sure our information is congruent. We can even access these secret credit reports, and I'll show you later how to do this. We can update the information. So what's happening is we're painting a picture so when the lender comes and looks at us, they see exactly what we want them to see. Now, you could have the ability to do this for your customers as well. And as a loan broker, it gives you a substantial competitive advantage over the 99% of loan brokers that don't do this, because you're fixing the underlying problem that's going to turn denial into approval and help your customers get a lot more money. Okay, business owners not knowing what's being reported about them creates a huge problem. And this is what I told you I would show you later. Perfect example. I'm going to read this, then I'm going to tell you the real story behind it. So this is the samples, and per them, quote, we went to our bank to get a business line of credit. They turned us down. We got started with Credit Suite, set up our business credibly, and built our business credit. After following these steps, we've now secured over 96 grand in business credit cards and just applied for the Platinum Amex and got approved instantly with no limit. Now we have 4 to 5 different companies call us every day trying to give us money, and that's a really good problem to have. We're excited, and if you don't have business credit yet, you should get involved with Credit Suite to have the same results we have. Here's the real story behind this. They had started a business with $1,200. They sold an old pickup and a flat screen TV, started a tax relief business, built business credit, used it to get yard signs and flyers to promote seminars they used to build what would become a 7-figure business within the course of 2 years. Okay, but what happened was they were submitting information on an application which was incongruent with the Secretary of State. The lender would pull the Secretary of State data to verify the business was legit, and it couldn't because the information was incongruent. It was wrong. We helped them fix one thing, that one thing. We sent them back, and they got a no-limit Amex when they'd just been denied, and they got the credit line that they'd been denied for with their bank. We made one change to fundability, and it immediately turned the denials into approval. That's one of 125 factors that were changed. That's the power of fundability. And when you can do this as a loan broker, your ability to help substantially more people is significant. Your ability to stand out and set yourself apart from everybody else is significant as well. Do you like this? Does this make sense? If so, in the chat, just say, yes, this is awesome. This makes perfect sense to me. Give me some feedback on if this makes sense on why it gives you a huge advantage in the space of offering business credit and financing. Now, if you're interested, I've got a link right here for you, and I'll tell you more as we carry on. But if you are interested in starting your own or succeeding as a loan broker, then I am going to dive in and teach you throughout and probably near the end of the training on how to get about 20 grand with the bonuses I'm going to give you to help you succeed. But I got a quick link that's on the bottom of my slides too if you want to follow along as we go. It's at creditsuite.com/partner-webinar. If you know this is something that you really want to succeed in, I'm giving you a quick link. It's at the bottom of my slides as well. So now we talked about fundability and why it's important. Let's talk about the second vertical, the separate cylinder that's so important being a business loan broker. Look, if you go get a car loan, if you go to get a mortgage, if you go to get a credit card, you and I both know lenders and credit issuers are pulling your credit report. Well, when a business applies, exactly the same thing is happening, okay? And these business credit reports determine if you're approved or denied, how much money you get in the rates and terms you own. So here's how this works. There's a law called the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. The FCRA says if I want to pull your personal credit report, I need your permission. It's called permissible purpose. But the Fair Credit Reporting Act does not apply to the business world. And by the way, the FCRA also says that if I pull your personal credit report and make a lending decision based on it, that I have to notify you by mail why you got denied and which credit bureau I used to pull the data. I have to. That's why we get those denial letters. But here's what's interesting. What's interesting is that doesn't apply to the business world. So even though we know every time we apply and get denied that they pulled our credit report because they tell us, they have to tell us by mail, that same thing doesn't happen in the business world. So entrepreneurs, for the most part, don't even realize that their business credit reports are being pulled because they're not required. The lender's not required to tell us that. So they're not. But when we apply for a credit card, when we apply for a loan, we apply for a credit line, we apply for an insurance policy, lenders are looking at this data behind the scenes. We just don't know it. And they're making that decision. Do we get denied or approved based on that report? Now, you might say, well, I got approved. And I had talked to friends of mine that go, hey, I got approved for an Amex card. And I said, great, here's my questions. Did you get approved for the maximum that you could have? And did you get the best rate? And they go, I don't know. No, you don't. But that's what business credit building helps you do. It helps you get the most money at the best terms. It helps you get the highest approvals at the best interest rates and terms as well. So obviously, if you're going to be in the world of helping people get business credit and financing, it's very important that you know how to help them build business credit, because that's what's going to get them approved. That's what's going to help them get more money. And that's what's going to help them get more money at better terms. Again, now the advantage you have as a loan broker just went from here to here, right? Now, there's not even any competition. I mean, by the end of this, I'm going to eliminate all of the competition that you could face, because loan brokers are just trying to put people into 2 or 3 funding products. Now you figured out the formula, why they're denied and how to fix it to get more people approved. 99% of loan brokers don't even get that. Then you came in and now you're about to realize how to build business credit to have a solution to get everybody funded and how to help people get approved for the most money at the best terms. So there's not even going to be competition before we get to the third point of helping them get maximum funding, which we will. Here's the worst part. In the business world, you will be giving a failing credit score even if you have no credit. So here's a simple example from snapshots from an Experian credit report. Somebody is as high a risk as they can get. You can see high risk over here to the left. They're about as high a risk as they can get. We can see lack of active trade lines is the reason lowering the score. We can see a very low score from 1 to 100. This is very high risk, but we also see there's nothing on the credit report. Very interesting. In the business world, you'll be given failing scores even if you have no credit. So what happens is you're trying to get people approved for financing. They have no business credit. Their scores are bad because they have none, and they get denied, and the lender never tells you it was because of business credit quality. They never know. But now you know, right? Now you know to improve fundability. Now you know to be able to come in here and be able to help with building business credit. And this is what will then turn it around and get these denials into approvals. Now, here's what's awesome about business credit. Here's an example of somebody that only had one account added to their business credit report. They added this packaging account. I'll tell you how to get this exact account here in a few minutes. They went from very low to very high scores. The scores only go to 100. This person's a 96. The amount of credit they're being recommended was 1,000. Now it's 2,500. 250% increase to the amount of money the credit bureaus are saying to lend to the person. And they went from as high a risk as you can get to a lower risk. And guess what the reason is? Average age of commercial accounts. Now the credit bureau went from saying you don't have any to saying, well, it's so new that we're still thinking you're a little bit of risk. We completely swapped it. We took somebody really high risk from the bureaus and anybody that looks at that report, and we, bam, made them low risk because we added one account. Now, I'm going to show you something that lenders and credit issuers will not show you. And I'm not doing some, I'm going to they teach you what the banks don't want you to know. This is the reality. This is what I figured out helping nearly 50,000 people through this process. It's crazy. Getting business credit has nothing to do with time in business or revenue. If I go to Home Depot or I go to Staples page right now to get a commercial account, it'll say, don't even apply unless you have $1 million in revenue in 3 years in business. It's horse crap. What we figured out was the approval isn't based on that. By the way, here's somebody that went from very high risk to very low risk. You can even see their trajectory just because they added one account to their business credit reports. But here's what's crazy. Here's somebody that's recommended for $1,000 in credit. Remember, they had nothing on their credit report. Then I showed you this person. We went from $1,000 to $2,500 recommendation of credit because they had one account on their business credit reports. Check this out. Here's somebody that's being recommended for nearly $7,000 in funding, and they have 2 accounts on their business credit reports. Here's somebody that's being recommended for nearly $16,000 in funding. You can see this, and they have 3 accounts on their business credit reports. Here's somebody that's being recommended for nearly $66,000 in funding, and they have 1, 2, 3. Here's the 4th one, 4 accounts on their business credit reports. Here's somebody that's being recommended for $724,200 in funding, and they have 15 accounts in their business credit reports. What we figured out is that when you add more what's called a payment experience, the reporting of an account to a credit bureau, when you add more of these to the business credit reports, the more you add, the higher the recommendation of credit comes from the credit bureaus. Now, do you think that's important? Well, look at this for a second. This box that you're seeing here are the top 3 things that are on your commercial credit report. Lenders want all this data, and the top 3 things that the credit bureau deems to be the most important things the lender wants is in this box. Those three things are the Intellis score. The score is just based on how you pay it. I already showed you how to take a low score to a high score by adding one account. Financial stability risk score. This depicts your risk of going bankrupt. Remember when I showed you somebody was about a higher risk as you could get and they had no accounts on the credit report? That was the financial stability risk score. And the credit bureaus are telling them they're about to go bankrupt because they have no credit. I showed you how to turn that around by adding one account and the credit limit recommendation. If you want to get somebody maximum funding by building their business credit, the recommendation from the credit bureaus of how much money you should loan that guy or girl goes up, and that's what gets you higher approvals. So now we fixed fundability to fix the reasons that are getting somebody denied. Now we built business credit and helped somebody get all kinds of money, right? When I was in the credit repair business, I would help somebody fix their credit in 6 months, and then they would walk away with 50 to 100,000 in business credit at the same time. No consumer credit repair company could compete with me. It's why I sold my credit repair business. I'm the only person you will probably ever hear of that built a credit repair company from scratch, made a bunch of money, and then sold it. How did I do it? Was I incorporated business credit, and my customers were getting all these approvals at the same time I was fixing their consumer credit. But now we figured out how to fix fundability to help somebody qualify. Now we figure out how to get a max funding by building business credit and get all kinds of other approvals at the same time. And here's the best parts about business credit is that you can get it even if your consumer credit is bad. One of the biggest reasons that gets people denied for funding doesn't even matter in this world. We don't pull personal credit. We're building business credit regardless of consumer credit quality. There's no personal guarantee. You heard my story in the beginning. I lost everything because I guaranteed everything in my business. So when my business went down because the mortgage crisis occurred, personally, I went down with them because I was a guarantor. So they came and cleaned out my personal bank accounts because of it. That's what happened. Could have been avoided because if I got business credit because you don't have a personal guarantee. There's no inquiries on your consumer credit report prohibiting you from getting other kinds of funding. The credit limits on these credit cards are 10 to 100 times higher than consumer credit. That's not from me. That's from SBA. So if you're used to getting $1,000 limit credit cards, in this world, you're getting 10,000 plus limit credit cards. So imagine taking somebody with bad personal credit who can't even get a loan and getting multiple 10, 20, 30, $50,000 credit cards. It's what happens with business credit. You can get it quickly because the approvals are based on business credit scores, and business credit scores are very easy to improve, right? I already showed you that. I showed you people with failing scores that went from exceptional scores because they added only one account to their business credit reports. The reason for that is that the scores in the business world are only driven by how you pay your bills. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of scores, and a lot of the scores look at other factors. But the main score like Paydex and Telescore that are used, the main scores are just based on how you pay your bills. So all we have to do is get accounts that report to the reporting agencies, pay the bills on time. We have exceptional scores. It's very fast to do, and that gets us access to more money. Okay. Also, we're separating consumer and commercial credit reports. This is why SCORE, SBA, Inc. all say you should build business credit, and we're establishing credibility. We're giving lenders, credit issuers, suppliers, insurance companies credit profiles to look at when they're going to pull our credit to then make the approval decisions that we want them to make. And you also got to keep in mind that anybody can see this information, anybody. And what I mean by that is that I don't need your permission to pull your credit report. I don't need that permissible purpose. In the business world, there is no Fair Credit Reporting Act. If I want to pull your business credit report, I can. Okay, go to YouTube. If you look at our YouTube channel, you'll see that during the initial election with Clinton and Trump, I pulled credit reports for the Clinton Foundation and the Trump Organization and went over them in real time. I can pull business credit reports on anybody. You can too. Any of us can. If I go to Dun & Bradstreet's website, the first question it asks me, do I want my credit report or that of somebody else? So this is why business credit is so powerful. Anybody can get it. You don't need cash flow. You don't need credit. You don't need collateral. Startups can get it. You can get it regardless of consumer credit quality. You get high limit accounts very quickly. We can build business credit scores. It's really obtainable. So even in a space where normal loan brokers say no to everybody, 90% of the people they talk to, they say no to, you can say yes to 100% of the people because anybody can qualify for business credit. So what does it look like? Well, here's some real approvals so you can see what business credit building really is. This is Christine, one of our clients, one of many of our clients that have secured over $1 million in business credit without a guarantee and credit check. Here's some of her approvals so you can see how it looks. She started with small approvals. In my world, a small approval is less than 10 grand. 4,500 at Amazon, 5,000 at Tractor Supply, 6,000 Fleet Card, 8,000 at BP. Then she moved up to the 10, 15,000 range. Shell, 15 grand. Office Depot, 15. Sears, 15. Then she moved up to the 20, 50,000 range. Costco, 20. Best Buy, 40. Dell, 40. Then she just moved up substantially to the higher level that you're going to go. 185,000 at Ford without a personal guarantee or credit check. RTS was a roofing supply company, which means nothing to you and I, but to her business meant everything, 300,000. All of this without a personal guarantee and credit check. And you can see some of her actual credit bureaus here. You can see some of her actual approvals here. You can see her holding her cards here. And she said, hey, if you follow Ty Crandall's program, you're going to get what you need. And she built, last time I checked with Christine, she had one truck on the road. She owned a trucking company. She was buying a 50 truck operation. That's the difference business credit makes in somebody's life. One truck on the road to buying a 50 truck operation, all because she built business credit. So it goes to show the power of this. And here's one of her $150,000 credit lines she talks about without a personal guarantee. So how do you do this? Well, we get somebody initial credit using what are called starter vendors, okay, or a program called Credit Line Hybrid, which you can make a lot of money on as a business loan broker because you make points on this. Okay, then we help them access their business credit reports and scores to see those accounts reporting on the business credit reports. Then we move them to the next step of retail credit. Amazon, Office Depot, Staples, Home Depot, Lowe's, Nordstrom, Macy's, Sears, Best Buy, Apple, Dell. This happens if you're following our system 30 to 90 days into the process. So 1 month to no more than 3 months, depending on how quick somebody's moving, you're able to get credit at all those retailers, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 limits. Then we move to fleet credit, fuel, repair, maintenance of vehicles. Then we move to MasterCard, Visa, what we call bank credit, and auto financing. That's the final tier. If somebody's building business credit on their own, takes 3 years to get there. Our clients get there in 6 months, the very final tier. So somebody's able to get 90% of the money they need to fund a business just using business credit, even if they can't get a loan. So now all of a sudden, as a business loan broker, you can correct the things with fundability that are preventing people from getting approved, then get business credit, and everybody gets money. So now you can help everybody when most loan brokers deny 90% of the people they're dealing with. Business credit is that solution. And I look at what's involved with building business credit. We call this our business credit building matrix. This is what our team uses to go through and help people build business credit. And I only show you this because there's so many factors involved with building business credit. I don't want you to think it's easy just because I said, here's the 5 easy steps. It's not easy. Our team goes through hundreds of variables that they're looking at to help somebody succeed in this space, but it gives you an idea of the basic foundation of business credit building and a look at the complexity of it. But when you have the right people helping through this process, it's very lucrative for you to offer this as a solution. Here's some approvals so you know what's possible with business credit building. Here's a $10,000 Dell credit card, $40,000 $2,000 credit, $40,000 lease through Dell, and a $5,000 Lowe's credit card. Here's a $15,000 Chase Inc. approval, Navy Federal Credit Union for $9,000 as well, Amex for $10,000. Here's another approval for $10,000 as well, and you can send $10,000 looks like a Sam's Club, a Home Depot approval. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 approvals, 6 approvals that this person got. I'm not going to count, but you see what I'm saying. Summa Office Supplies, Uline, National Pen, Sunbelt Rentals. I'm not counting here, but I'm thinking there's 15 approvals right here that this one person is going through. And by the way, they have a 452 Equifax score, which isn't high on the business world as well. And they're talking about what caused that. $7,500 approval. Here's a $25,000 approval. Here's a BP approval for $9,500. Here's a bunch of other approvals. Too many to mention. She's got 11 listed here with all different kinds of companies from Granger, which, by the way, Granger is the one that will give you a $2,500 credit line just because you have a business license. So about 20, and by the way, I wasn't done. Apparently it was 2 images. So she's actually giving 28 different approvals here using the system. So 28 different approvals. Here's Amazon, here's Lowe's, as well as Supply Works, Shell, Office Depot, all these approvals are just following the exact steps of building business credit. Here's a $10,000 credit approval. Here's a $14,000 approval here. Here's a Verizon approval using credit. Here's a fleet approval here. Here's a bunch of cash or what we call bank credit card approvals. Here's a bunch more credit cards. This person's got what, 4, 8, 16 just in this image. I did use the Credit Suite program to figure all this out. Okay, so you can see here is more approvals, 10,000 MasterCard, 10,000, another 10,000 with no personal guarantee. Here's multiple people with just showing off everything that they have here, not boasting and bragging, just trying to help other people understand what's possible. So now you see what's possible with business credit building. And this is why even offering this as a secondary service is valuable, because instead of helping your customer get whatever result you're helping them get, you can help them get this result on top of that. In my world, it was a consumer credit repair company. I was helping somebody fix their credit in 6 months. Yeah. Okay. No big deal. Then I was helping them walk away with $50,000 in business credit and fix their credit in 6 months. The referrals flooded the business. The amount of customers coming in flooded the business. The business exploded with growth. Multiple buyers approached me and I said, sign here, buddy, buy the company. I'm going to the business credit space. That's my world. Okay. So again, this is what happens. And this is what business credit building looks like when you're able to come in and be able to follow the actual system. So remember, any business can get business credit, startups, nonprofits, owners outside the US, and you can follow the system with multiple businesses, and you can get approved even if you can't get any other kind of loan, because every kind of loan or credit line you're going to get, either you need cash flow, good credit, or collateral to get. You got to have one of those things. If you don't have one of those things, you're not getting a loan or credit line. So in this world, you can get business credit even when you have none of those things. So when normal loan brokers say no to 90% of people, in our world, you're able to come in here and get people significant approvals, because everybody can get business credit. It's a catch-all. Anybody can get it. So business owners got to build business credit to be able to get the most money at the best terms, period. It's what helps them qualify for loans or credit lines, and it's what gives you the ability to help somebody even if they can't get financing. And here's a perfect example of this. This is Kylan Trower. Quote, I believe the business finance suite, which is, I'll show you that system a little bit later and how our clients actually do this, so we can move from theory to actually seeing the exact way that this really plays out in real life. So I believe the business finance suite is the best step-by-step paint-by-the-number system to securing anywhere from $50,000 to $250,000 in business credit that reports in your business credit reports and helps you separate your personal and business credit. What I like most is you have access to actual coaches that will take you by the hand, walk you through the system, and answer specific questions you have related to your business. Just an amazing opportunity for small business owners. Here's the reason I show you this. First of all, Kylan was a gym teacher. And Kylan said, I want to become a loan broker. I want to offer business credit financing. He got started as a partner. He built a 7-figure business loan brokerage business, put a bunch of sales reps out in the field that went to banks and got bank turndowns and helped those bank turndowns get credit and financing. So we went to the banks whose whole job is to get people money. And when they couldn't get people money, we took them and we got them money. Because I just showed you business credit, how anybody can qualify. And then the banks got back a better qualified customers because we built their business credit. And then Kylan was able to build a 7-figure business and get away from being a gym teacher, all because he offered business credit and financing as a service. He was able to come into banks who couldn't get their customers funding and get them business credit and succeed. So again, if all this makes sense, if you're like, I want to get started, I want to think about becoming a business loan broker, I'm going to talk about an opportunity. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you today how you can do that. I'm going to throw in, I don't know, 20,600 plus bonuses, and I'll get to that a little bit later. But again, if you're interested in taking a shortcut, you can go to creditsuite.com/partner-webinar. I have that at the bottom of my slides, and you can get there before we get there. Okay, so let's talk about the third thing. We talked about how to fix the stuff that's getting people denied to get more people approved. We talked about how to use business credit as a catch-all for everybody to get funding, or at least help people that can get loans or credit lines get more money at better terms. Now let's talk about how to get funding. How do you get these guys loans and credit lines? Well, first of all, after the 2008 economic shift, Dodd-Frank law came into place and it tightened up lending standards. So then what happened was alternative lenders, or what are now known as fintech lenders, poured into the space. And now what's happened is we see 25% approval rates, not just single digits, not just double digits, but significantly more people are now coming in, according to the Federal Reserve, and getting money than we've ever seen before. So what's happening is there's more funding available for small businesses now than there's ever been. Another reason being a business loan broker makes a lot of sense. But here's the problem. The problem is that most lenders and most brokers only focus on one or two funding programs. And there's a reason for that. It's easier for them to manage. They say, hey, my customers mostly only get these two funding programs. I'm only going to offer these two funding programs. But the result is they go from all these people that could help get money to this little window of people that can get money through only two programs they offer. So a bank like On Deck, you have to have revenue to get approved with them. If I go to them with an 850 credit score and zero revenue, they will deny me. If I go to a place like Seed Capital that does credit card stacking, I can go to them with $1 million a month in revenue and a 500 credit score, and they cannot help me. So I got to find the right lender that offers the right program that'll work for me, which is where most business owners struggle. By the way, if I go to OnDeck's website, their website doesn't even say that I need revenue to qualify. Seed Capital doesn't even say that I need credit to qualify. So as a layperson, it's impossible for me to know the lender or the program that I want to go try to qualify for. I can't. It's impossible to know those things. So what do you do to solve the problem? Well, the reality is you've got to access all financing to be able to be successful as a business loan broker. Here's the problem. There's a lot of financing. This is just some that I could fit on the slide, from revenue lending to merchant cash advances to AR financing, 401k, securities financing, commercial vehicle, commercial real estate, peer-to-peer lending, blah, da, 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 da. So there's all of these different ways that somebody can get money, and it's tough to master all these. I'll show you how. But again, the problem is most loan brokers abandon all this, and they say, this is too complicated. This is way easier. I'm just going to offer this. And this is the way most loan brokers think. 9 out of 10 plus only offer two different funding programs. But this is what I want you to do. In order to build a 7-figure business, we got to offer all of them. Because by offering them all of them, we have more appeal for people to come to us for funding, and we can help more people get funding. Here's what it takes to get funding. I don't want you to think it's simple. So I'm giving you our internal funding matrix of what we use to determine who can get what kind of funding. It doesn't look easy, right? I'm going to simplify it for you. But again, this just shows the complexity of funding that we see from our world in the industry. Imagine being a layperson trying to figure this out. It's just, there's so many of these factors that tie into your ability to get any kind of different funding. So in order for entrepreneurs to succeed, they have to be able to get all funding in one place to be able to get the most money at the best terms. And I'm going to give you two real examples of this. Here's Somnoth. So Som says, quote, my business is Dragon Gym, a martial arts studio that was founded in 1973 by my instructor, Diego, and took over by my partner and I 10 years ago. About a year and a half ago, my partner and I decided within 18 months, we were going to open our second location. We got connected with Credit Suite. We were able to accelerate our timeline and open this location in 6 months instead of 18. Getting the financing meant that we could start fulfilling our dream to have 10 or more locations across the country. Here's the cool thing about being in this industry. This is my life. I can show you my phone, and my phone has my friends, just like Somnoth, in here thanking me for making stuff like this happen. It's the most rewarding career I've ever been in my life, because I get to help business owners get money, and then I get to see them do really cool things with the money, and I kind of feel like I'm secretly part of that success. Here's the beginning part of Som's story. Here's the rest. We stacked funding products, which is what most loan brokers can't do when you only offer one or two. We got Som multiple different types of funding to help them get a second location open in 6 months versus 18. In 18 months, they opened a third. So in the same time they were talking about doubling their business, they tripled their business. They had 3 locations. Then COVID hit. Don't know if you thought through this, but owning a martial arts studio, which is all high contact, doesn't do too well in a COVID world where you've got 6 foot of social distancing. Their businesses were all shut down overnight. They used the funding to then create an online curriculum, something the martial arts industry really hasn't seen, and all of a sudden created a whole nother vertical of revenue for their business that carried them through COVID. Now, not that COVID is done, but now that things have opened up in Pennsylvania where they are, they're opening up 3 more locations. So here's a company whose entire goal was just to double and get 2 locations. Now they've got 3. Now they're opening 3 more, 6, and navigated a pandemic because they were able to access multiple forms of funding because we offer multiple forms. It's one of many examples of why offering a lot of different kinds of funding is so crucial to your customers. Here's another one. Really good story behind this one as well. So Dr. Brandon originally came to us because he had a tax lien. He didn't come to us for help. He came to us for advice on shutting down his business. And we said, why would you shut down your business? You have a thriving practice. He said, I owe $417,000 to the IRS. And if they don't get it by this date, I'm done. Can help me shut this thing down? I said, well, we can help you get funding for this. And he said, nope. Bid to my bank. They said, no, my credit's bad, We said, okay. So we got him the money he needed. We got him about $300,000. He gave it to the IRS. The IRS said, we'll give you more time for the 117. We got him the money for the 117. And then it was like Forrest Gump. It's like, well, I got to the end of the county. I figured, why not just keep running? Ran clear across the state of Alabama, ran clear across the United States. Same thing with Dr. Brandon. In the end, we got him $1.5 million worth of funding. He opened a secondary practice. He ran for office in his state as an independent. This whole life took off from shutting down his business because he couldn't get $400,000 and he ended up getting 4 times that. How did it happen? We stacked funding. We got him cash flow financing and a merchant cash advance and a term loan and lines of credit and credit line hybrid. So when you offer multiple funding products for clients, you can offer them multiple different types of loans, whether to help people that normally can't get help or to stack approvals and get people even more funding. So now other loan brokers are here. You were here because you got fundability. Then you went to here because now you have a solution to help everybody with business credit. Now it's immeasurable. There's not even comparable to you and anybody else in the space because now you can offer every legitimate kind of funding, stack approvals, get people multiple forms of approval, and accomplish these miracle case studies, all because you're able to access all funding in one place for your clients. So here's the ultimate question, though. How do you do it all? As a loan broker, how do you improve the fundability? How do you build the business credit? And how do you get the financing all in one shot? Well, here's a guy that's done just that, Josh Elledge. So per Josh, quote, one thing that's beautiful about Credit Suite is that you start with baby steps. The first thing that we did is get a couple of revolving lines of store credit. Then we graduated to gas cards. Then we ended up getting a very nice line of credit from Amazon. Then we worked our way up to a very, very nice SBA loan. Thanks to Credit Suite, we were able to really get our business finances in order from what looks good to potential lenders and potential creditors, and we became very attractive to lenders. The best options are always available to those who have their credit game locked down, and that's what Credit Suite platform allows you to do. We've been able to make smart investments in staffing, marketing systems, sales systems, product development, all these things before Credit Suite we really couldn't do. I just don't have to stress as much because I have money in the bank to take advantage of opportunities. I'm not stressed anymore. I can keep a bank account and there's plenty of cushion in there, and that cushion just honestly, it makes me a better dad. It makes me a better husband because I'm not stressing out. I show you this case study for many reasons. Josh showed you everything I just explained. He came in with a new business and started with what he classifies as baby steps. He got initial starter vendors and started to get credit with places like Amazon, just as I showed you would happen when he got his fundability locked down. He even referenced, we realized that when we had our credit and fundability game locked down, banks wanted to give us money when we figured that out. He improved his fundability, starts to build business credit. All these people want to start to give him money. Then he uses that opportunity to get an SBA loan. And then he says marketing systems, blah, blah. But what he really did was he shifted from PR to a LinkedIn lead generating system that he sells for $25,000 a shot, or he'll take a percentage of your profit and pay you no money out of pocket. And he built a multiple 7-figure business in a very short period of time using the money to do so. This is why you want to be in the industry and why I am and why I just love what I do, because here's a guy that maybe would have gone nowhere because he couldn't get money. Then he comes in, builds fundability, builds business credit, gets funding, and builds a multiple 7-figure business solving a massive problem, all because he was able to get the money to do so. And the end result to him, quote, "It makes me a better husband. It makes me a better dad because I'm not stressing out." I've been there. I've spent most of my time as an entrepreneur broke versus very successful. And it's a very big difference when you look at your bank account and you see a lot of money in there and you see nothing and you're trying to worrying about how to pay payroll. It's like the trip to the airport is completely different on whether or not you're on time or you're late for your flight, right? So it's the same thing here. It's just easier, and you become a better spouse. You become a better partner. You become a better parent just because you have less stress, because you know you have the money there to meet payroll. And I think Josh summed it up better than anybody I've ever seen. So as you now see, you can get money with people with bad credit. We've talked about it, cash flow financing, all these other ways that somebody can get business credit, including business credit. They can get money without collateral. Cash flow financing, somebody can get just based on cash flow, or credit-based financing, they can get just based on credit. We can get money as a startup, a brand new business. Even business credit can qualify here. You can get money if you've been turned down. Anybody can get business credit. You can get it without a personal guarantee. And here's the best part. You could be the solution to all of that to the people that you actually serve. Now, you may be thinking, maybe this won't work for you. Maybe that if you went through, you couldn't get the same results, your clients couldn't get results. But the interesting thing is that we have so many different industries that succeed, from truckers. You wouldn't think truckers would succeed offering loans and credit, but they do. To people that are in credit repair or accountants. Okay. And you're about to see how you can get every single thing you need to succeed in this space. Now, you might be thinking, well, hey, I can't even afford to break into this space. Well, I'm going to show you how to do that right now as well. And I'm also going to show you how to make like substantial money. But what if it doesn't work? What if you only ever make $6,000 monthly in improved revenue to your business? Will that make a difference? Will an extra $6,000 or $10,000 make a difference in your life? Only if you ever did that. I've shown you multiple case studies of people that secured over $1 million or built $1 million plus businesses using capital, or become business loan brokers and made $1 million plus businesses from gym teacher status, for example. So all different kind of demographics that are able to succeed here. So entrepreneurs need to be able to get the money they need when they get it. They need to know the approval standards before they apply. They need to be able to access business credit. They need to be able to access financing. How do they do all of it? It's a really simple solution we call the Business Finance Suite. And it's how I started this, telling you that I created for my friends in credit repair 10 years ago and have now helped nearly 50,000 people succeed through this process using this exact same system. It's where you are an actual solution. So this Business Finance Suite is basically a turnkey way that you can offer to customers. You offer the solution to customers. Through the Finance Suite, the customers come in, they improve their fundability, they build their business credit, they access all funding in one place, and they do it with technology and coaching. So here, I'll show you exactly what this looks like. So here's the Business Finance Suite where your customers can come in, for example, and they've got advisors that help them through every step of the process. They're able to come in and right from step one, improve all their fundability. You don't have to know those 125 factors because they're able to go through this process step by step through short video trainings, enter their information and move on. Hey, what? You don't want to be in a high-risk industry? Well, boom, you can access high-risk industries right here. Oh, your business isn't set up yet? Well, then boom, you can get set up with your Secretary of State right here. So every aspect of setting up their fundability the right way, NAICS, entity type, all of it can be done right here without you having to do the work. Our advisors do the work for you so you don't have to, and the customer still gets the end result of improving their fundability. Next, we're getting them all those crucial numbers, the BIN number with Experian, the DUNS number with Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet is going to charge $1,500 to work with them to activate the credit profile and get the DUNS number. It's all done right here in the Finance Suite without that cost. We help fix inaccuracies. We help with business credit repair. Our advisors and our technology help through every aspect of that as well. Next, we help them start building initial business credit. So everybody can get money, whether they have good credit or they don't. We come in, we say which sources are recommended they could get. We tier the sources so they know which one to apply for. We gray out ones that they're not going to be able to get approved for. We list the underwriting guidelines for every source so business owners are only ever applying for credit that they absolutely know they can get. The next thing we do is we help them access their business credit reports, and we give them a 90% discount on that. And we'll talk to you more about that in a few minutes as well. And look at this. Here's these secret credit reports we talked about. We help them get LexisNexis, update and fix LexisNexis. We help them get check systems, update and fix LexisNexis, as well as D&B, Equifax, Experian. We help them access the secret credit reports lenders and credit issuers use and fix that to become more lendable so you can help them get funding. And by the way, you actually get access to all this too. So when you're going through this, think about this being applicable to your business and to the customers you serve. Then we walk them through tier by tier by tier of building business credit. We get them access to every type of business credit you could even think about, even including bank credit, Visa cards, MasterCards, auto financing with people like Ally and Ford and Toyota, and financing through Dell and Apple and Best Buy, all of it without a personal guarantee and credit check. There's even a lot of accounts you'll never see online in build business credit building groups or YouTube channels because none of these sources report. All these sources I'm going to show you right now will approve you based on business credit quality, but none of them report to the credit reporting agencies. So what happens is most people never talk about any of these sources, even though they're of high value, because they'll approve you, like John Deere will approve you just based on business credit. That doesn't mean that they're of no value just because they don't report it. They can help me build my business. Navy Federal Credit Union, we saw multiple high-level approvals from them. All these sources can help you build your business and will approve you based on business credit quality. And the Finance Suite also comes access to their own funding team of processors and finance advisors who help them through, or what we call funding officers, that help them through every aspect of getting loans. So every legitimate funding program is built in here as well. And as a result of that, your customers can now build business credit step by step, improve their fundability, and access every legitimate type of funding, even if you don't offer it. So a lot of our clients are loan brokers, and what they'll do is they'll still offer that one or two funding products that they offer now or have been offering, but now they'll use us to fund all the other funding products they don't offer. So maybe they get their customers cash flow financing because that's what they do, but then they don't offer any other kind of funding. So then they send the customer to us. We get the customer all kinds of other funding, and then that loan broker earns commissions on all that funding. So it's a way that your customers can get funding, your customers can build business credit, your customers can improve their fundability without you doing any of the work. And when you get started as a partner, we give you everything that you need to succeed. We have a 7-step partner basic training, how business credit works, who can qualify for what funding product, how to advertise and market, how to sell and close, all based on proven methods. This isn't some theory. This is all based on what we've known works, helping tens of thousands of people through this process. Okay, so then what happens? You get in our basic training, you go through it. It's a couple hours. You can break it down into small chunks. Next, you start asking people if they need money or to grow their business. When they say yes, you show them the Finance Suite, or you follow our proven script that our sales team follows, and you close the sale. Here's the best part. You can make the sale yourself. You can refer it to us. We have something called our preferred partner. You just refer it within our system. We do all the work for you. Okay. Or you can work with us. We'll get on the close and call for you and close it with you. Okay. So if they can afford it, they will buy it. We literally have a new sales manager. He was on my sales meeting yesterday. His question was, why don't people buy? And the guy said, affordability. He said, if everybody could afford this, why don't people buy? And literally our entire sales team said, there is no reason. Everybody buys if they can afford it. And I sat in that meeting and go, wow, wow. I literally am here with an entire team of salespeople that's telling the new sales manager that everybody buys if they can afford it. How cool it is to be somebody that's associated with that kind of product. And again, we can help you with every aspect of that being able to come in and do this. Now you can see right here that if it comes to add clients in your finance suite, you can simply come into your back office, add clients, and then you can actually choose. Hey, I just want them to build business credit without advisors, really cheap option they have. Or I want them to get the business credit builder where they get the advisors. Or I just want them to get financing. I don't even want them to get business credit, just financing. Or maybe you just want to refer it, let us do the work. You just simply select which option you want. And then what happens from there is that basically we do the rest, or we take over the sale for you. Okay. And you can even help them get funding through, as I just showed you, can send them for funding even if they don't buy anything first. Now, our normal finance suite ranges from $3,000 to $5,000. That's what our partners like you sell it for. Your wholesale to us is $500 to $700. So you pay us $500 to $700. We provide the technology, the login, the regular follow-up. The advisors contact them 5 times in the first 5 days. The advisors contact them regularly. There's not customer service waiting for the customer to call. The customer can call, chat, or email, but we're reaching out to them preemptively to coach them through the process. You're paying $500 to $700. You're charging $3,000 to $5,000, right? So obviously, if you could just do basic math, you're making $2,000 to $3,000 in profit on every single sale. So think about that. If you want to make an extra $10,000 a month, all you have to do is make 4 sales and you're making $10,000. Selling a product that, as our own sales team describes, if somebody can afford it, they can get it. And by the way, I'm going to show you and talk to you about a way that anybody can afford this here in just a couple minutes. And you can even enroll in our executive program and get paid what we get paid on funding. We split commissions with you, basically. We could do all the work on the funding deal and give you like upwards of 50% of the deal, and we do all the work. So you could literally be a loan broker, do no work, still earn half on all the funding, and still make $2,000 to $3,000 for every single sale that you're making. How much you make depends on how much you charge. You decide how much you sell it for. That's your choice, not ours. Okay. And then when customers renew their funding, you get paid again. We'll approach them in 3 months and get them even more funding, and you get paid again. So it even creates a recurring way that you can create income, something very rare in the business loan broker space. Now, when you enroll as a partner, you get our 7-step basic training. You get 200 plus hours of training. I'm going to tell you a secret most people don't know. I, for the last 10 years, have done a secret private webinar that's only available for our partners. It's the only time I ever get online and teach about how to run a business. I have taught every aspect of what built Credit Suite to Credit Suite. Credit Suite did about 15 million in sales this year. We're on track to do 20 million in sales next year. To give you an idea what kind of size company we are, okay? We've got 80 employees. So I show every aspect of that, how we hire, how we fire, how we decide what to pay people, how we market our exact Facebook ads, our landing pages, our email sequences, our funnels, our setter scripts, every single aspect of how we've grown this company, I reveal in these partner webinars. I teach. Now our partner webinars are taught by our advisors, our funding team, our salespeople. All the people that make Credit Suite work get on once a week and teach you how to succeed. So you're getting access to all of that back training as well. Private training webinars, as I mentioned, a partner marketplace with all the resources we use to grow the company, funding, commission tracking, client dashboard for client tracking, the ability to add new clients, a whole team of people that's just to help you succeed as a partner or a loan broker, contracts and agreements to have clients sign, interviews, presentations, closing scripts, funding, trading, and underwriting guidelines, easy setup and manage your customers, all of this. You can come in and manage your clients right here through your dashboard, right? Okay, here's all the clients. You can manage every single one of them. I can see what stage they are of the process, okay? I can see who's managing them. I can view their profile. I can see every single thing they filled out in every single section of the finance suite. So I can manage them. I can change their password so they can't log in. I can add sales reps. I can track my commissions here. Okay, I can also, the same as your clients, see how much my business is worth at any given time. So it's really easy to be able to run an entire loan broker business right here from the actual back office. You're getting all that. Now, you're also getting all the materials you need to succeed, done for you seminars, your own website, 25 PowerPoint presentations, a year's worth of email content, articles for posting online, press releases, a year's worth of social media posts, 25 professional marketing videos, 15 ebooks to get people to opt in, automated webinars, marketing flyers. It's like a franchise without a hefty franchise fee. That's exactly what this is. It's a franchise without a hefty franchise fee. And again, you can even come right here in the back office and you can see that if I go to partner resources, here's all those webinars. So here's all these private webinars that I've done in the past, developing a marketing plan, how to exceed your goals, a back office walkthrough, how to automate your marketing, okay, how to build your fundability principles, field tested, proven strategies to massively grow the business, right? Okay, all these, and there are hundreds of these, how to sell the core program, how to build your sales funnel. It's like literally buying tens of thousands of dollars worth of courses that you're getting all as part of your normal enrollment. Then on top of that, you're getting all of the basic training, which here's that 7-step basic training, really simple to walk through step by step that teaches you how to sell the finance suite, how to market it, right? What the team does, how to get set up initially, everything that you need to succeed. And you can even see here that the partner resource libraries where you get ebooks and where you get free reports and testimonials and articles and email content. It's all right here. It's simply downloadable. And again, this isn't some hack job of funding. You can see the quality of the content. I mean, this is all highly professionally produced content. This stuff would take you literally tens of thousands of dollars to produce on your own, and everything you need resource-wise is all part of it. All these are part of what's included to help you actually succeed so you can hit the ground running and start making money as a loan broker near immediately. Then you're also getting access to your own business finance suites. Everything I showed you, 24/7 access, right? You could work with advisors and build all aspects of your fundability, your name, your entity, your EIN, your address, your phone number, your website, your Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax setup, fixed inaccuracies. You're getting the access to the largest retail supply of credit, fleet credit, bank credit, auto financing, all without a guarantee and credit check. You're able to get all kinds of funding for your business, term loans, SBA loans, asset-based lending, unsecured financing. All of that you're getting when you enroll as well, okay? And then on top of that, you can also get our ultimate program. And our ultimate program is where everything is kind of done for you. All your PowerPoints are set up with your branding. Your marketing flyers are set up with your branding. Your ebooks are set up with your branding as well. You're also able to come in here and you're also able to be able to get basically all your email funnels are set up. So we set up an email funnel. We've set up a funnel if people fall out. We set up a retention funnel. We set up a text funnel. We set up your actual email marketing funnel for you in Active Campaign. If you have Active Campaign, we'll do it there. If you don't, we'll set up an Active Campaign. You'll have to get Active Campaign. You need a CRM. But with Ultimate, we set up the entire funnel for you. So you can literally hit the ground running and all your funnel and all the automation that we built at Credit Suite, we built over there. So it's already all set up for you. And if you are getting enrolled through the end of the day Friday, which is December 10th, 2021 at midnight, then I'm going to throw in $20,600 worth of bonuses. First of all, you're going to get Celebritize Your Brand Bundle. This is through the world's #1 branding expert, Ray Perez. He's going to give you tickets to 2 separate events, Celebritize Your Brand to build out your own personal brand, and a marketing implementation boot camp. So these literally are over $1,000. It's actually $2,500 if you go to his website. That's included for free through Friday. This is to build your personal brand. You have to become an authority in your space. This is what helps you do so. Message Maximizer. You have to get your message right with your audience. This is a 6-week course for Doris Hirschman to do just that. Delegate and manage like a beast. You can't grow if you're shouldering all the work like a lot of entrepreneurs do. You got to delegate. Entrepreneurs suck at that. So we got Howard Shore, who usually charges $800 for this course, to give that to you for free so you can learn everything about automation, especially delegation. Entrepreneur Elite. Credit Suite operates. All of our meeting rhythms and everything is done from a system called EOS, which is from an author called Gino Wickman. He created a book called Traction. He also created a book called Entrepreneurial Leap. He's thrown in 11 different resources, including a 1-2-3 roadmap for startups, My Vision Clarifier to clarify your vision, as well as My Biz Match to help you match with other industries that can actually help you. So he's thrown in that $800 worth of stuff. Accounting Secrets Blueprints. I hate accounting. It sucks. So this teaches the basics of what we need to know without getting in accounting and getting lost in all kinds of accounting training. 100K real estate payday. If you want to make money with real estate, here's best-selling author and real estate guru Derek Van Ness, who teaches how to make your first 100 grand in real estate. $10,000 golden ticket. So this is a scholarship to attend for free to a multiple club event with Kevin Harrington. So Kevin Harrington's there, and they're teaching you how to build an exit blueprint for your business, how to evaluate your business and make it worth more money. You get one-on-one coaching, business deep dive, clarity mindset, all at this, which costs 10 grand to attend because Kevin Harrington's there. You're getting it for free. Fundability in a flash. We're doing a 30 to 60 minute call to knock out your fundability in one phone call. We're doing that as well. And DMB for free. We're going to give you DMB Equifax Experience for free for 3 months. It's $250 a month. It saves you $750 right there. And then a 90% discount after that. So credit monitoring is only $24 versus $250, which that alone saves you $2,700 in a year. And I've got a bundle of over 30 courses, guides, blueprints, and tools that teach you how to generate leads, brand your business, marketing, advertising, funnel building, product pricing, social media mastery, viral video marketing, and rapid business growth. Look, here's the deal. I teach you how to get money for a business, not on everything you need to grow a business. So I want and know that you need all the training on growing a business, but I'm not the guy to provide it. So I went and found the best people in these spaces, got access to all their stuff, bought all of their stuff with rights to give it to you. And then I put it in a massive bundle of over 30 of these courses. A lot of them are video courses that teach you this. So you don't need to go spend tens of thousands of dollars to buy that stuff on your own. And a multi-million-dollar valuation tool to see how much your business is worth. It's over $20,620 worth of value. And I'm giving that to you through Friday if you're getting started as well, just to give you a ton of incentives to get started if you want to succeed. Here's why. I found that people that get started the quickest and take the most action have the best results. I like to show off that we help people get good results. So I want to attract the people that are going to get the best results. So we're giving 20 grand worth of bonuses to attract those people. It's why we're doing it. So if you look at it, there's over nearly $17,000 worth of stuff that you're getting just for our normal enrollment with 20,000 plus in bonuses. That's a lot of stuff. It's like nearly $37,000 worth of stuff of value you're getting. And if you're getting started through the end of the day, Friday, it's only one payment of $4,497. Or you can break it down to 8 payments of $697. And here's the best part. We will make sure the payments are affordable for you. First of all, we will work with you to customize a payment plan. If you think $697 is out of your range, then we will work out customized payments. Some people want to pay through 2 payments or 3 payments. We will work that out with you as well. We also work with services that will finance. Very important here for 2 reasons. We all have a service that will finance your enrollment for you. They finance it over a longer period of time. You need about a low 600 score to qualify. And our clients are getting payments less than $100 a month to start with us because they're using this solution to finance. But here's the best part. Your clients can use this solution as well. And we've seen our clients get financing for $80-something a month. So it makes it easy for customers to be able to buy from you because they can use our source to be able to finance their own enrollments with you. And you can finance it as well, helping us give very, very affordable payments for you as well. So again, everything you need to succeed as a partner, you're getting. Okay. On top of that, everything you need to market and grow the business you're getting without spending tens of thousands of dollars to produce all the own content. You're getting your own finance suite, which is exactly what you're going to sell to clients for $3 grand to $5 grand you're getting as part of your enrollment as well. And don't forget everything you need to succeed as a loan broker. And also, let's not forget that you're also getting nearly $20,000 worth of bonuses as well. All if you're getting started by Friday at midnight on the 10th of December. And by the way, if you want to get what I promised you in the beginning, meet with our team to do a fundability assessment for yourself, get your business credit reports for a free review and a funding qualification. All you ever have to do is give us a call and we'll talk through that with you. So that is exactly how you can build a 7-figure business as a business loan broker. What I'm going to do with the rest of our time is I'm going to dive in and answer all the questions that I see here. Now, if you're interested in getting started, creditsuite.com/partner-webinars, the link that shows all the bonuses. You'll see a countdown timer to Friday at midnight. you can also give us a call. Our team will talk to you, answer every question you have. They'll give you a demo. They'll walk you through it. Anything you need to see if this is a fit for you, give us a call, send us an email, or go get started online. But make sure you don't forget, because you're going to miss 20,000. You can still get started Monday, but you're going to miss 20 grand worth of pretty awesome bonuses if you're not getting started this week. So make sure you give us a call, send us an email even today, so we can help answer those questions that you may have. And I'm going to come in and answer a lot of the questions that I have. So if you have questions, get them typed in the chat. Okay, so how is this particular model advantageous for disabled veterans? How does this compare to a company like Lendio? So Lendio, for example, offers loans through about 50 providers. We have over 1,000 funding sources. So we have a lot more lenders and different funding products. Lendio doesn't offer you a turnkey solution where you could just offer it to customers and make a sale. All they'll help you do is place loans and get a percentage of the profit. Our payout on funding deals is higher than Lendio. So you get an idea. You get fundability with us, not with them. You get business credit building with us, not with them. You get one product to sell versus just offering financing, which you don't get with them. We pay more than they pay on funding products as well. So just some of the multiple differences there. Do you recommend using a Google number as your business number? I don't. Google, for some reason, some vendors have access to. I would use a Ring Central of the world. I would use a Freedom Voice of the world over Google Voice. Is there a process or a system to get the banks to hand over the list of people they've denied? It's not, but in our partner training, Kylan, who I showed you, did that. He had 2 training sessions where he walked through his entire model, and you can go back and access it too. And it's easy to find in the search. And I even have one document where you can access it as well that gives you short links to all that training. And he shows you exactly how to do it. But it's really a matter of building a relationship with a local lender and saying, look, is it a hard thing when you tell a customer, no, you can't get funding? And what they say is they go, oh my gosh, yes. I can't tell you how many business customers we lose because they get mad because we can't help them with funding. Funding isn't really what we do, but we offer it because they kind of expect us to. And then it's easy to say, well, what would happen if we took that customer, helped them build business credit, helped them fix the things that are getting them denied, got them business credit as a solution versus you denying them? If they got that result versus you just say, no, would that be better? And they say, yeah. And they say, well, let's partner together and figure it out. That's how those conversations start. But on the back office training, we offer you an elaborate breakdown of how all of that stuff actually works. Fernando says, I would just like to pass on my leads so you work them. Same thing. It's called Premier Partner. You send the business to us. We do all the work. We can absolutely do that for you as well. Gerald says, what can I change something like? I'm not exactly sure what you're asking, Gerald, but if you are a partner and you access our advising team or our partner success team, they can help you with that because there's not enough information here from what you're saying. And fantastic deal to become a business loan broker. I feel that, yeah, it is. And again, the interesting thing is if you look at the other gurus in the space that teach how to become a business loan broker, there's a lot of them. Jansen, Phil, not a lot of them. Those guys are my friends. We're actually coming together. We're doing a loan broker challenge in the first quarter of the year even. And and again, as a partner, I show you how to do all this for your business as well. Those guys even come together. We even teach together, loan brokers. So the best deal you're going to find, there's nothing out there that has all that you need to turnkey become a loan broker from what you find here. Can we use this as a service for our company? Yes, you get your own finance suite when you enroll. Can you help a business owner who hasn't pay his business credit cards in the last 3 years? Absolutely. We're going to pull your business credit reports, see what's going on the business credit reports, and then we'll decide if you should start over or if you should fix the damage that's already done. That's how we do it. How do you advertise so the business needs help with my finance service? A lot of ways to advertise. In your partner basic training, we teach you a lot of the different ways to be able to advertise right here. And meaning that in your partner basic training, I have a great document that I love, and let me see if I can quickly access it here. And it teaches you all the best ways we've found to be able to market, and then it gives you actual resources of all of the training we've done on that. So here's YouTube, how to run your business on YouTube. Here's training I've done on that, influencer, joint venture, live streaming, how to create a promotions calendar, customer avatar, hosting and selling on webinars, setting up your sales funnel, social media, networking events, massive action plans, online credibility, top advertising strategies, hosting seminars, Facebook and pay-per-click. You get the idea. Almost every way you could think about making money with this one document gives you links to all the training that we've done, whether it be us or other people that are training how they've succeeded as partners on that. So it's really easy to access our training that teaches you everything that you need to know to be able to successfully advertise and be able to market as well. A lot of people are saying hello. Thanks to everybody from Philadelphia to New York City to Texas to Davenport, Iowa to Georgia and everywhere in between. Thanks for coming in and saying hi. I appreciate all that. That was from earlier. So I'm just kind of scrolling through. From Nashville, Alan, you were one of the first ones that said it. Quick, send out. This webinar will be available. If you are here to the end, we will send a playback of this to you. It's also available on the social channel you're watching from. If you're on the webinar, we will send that to you as well, just so you know that. Okay, and that was one of the questions that's being asked. Okay, thank you, everybody. California, Washington, Santa Fe, California, Mississippi, DC's in the house as well. Real North Florida, Georgia, Missouri. I'm just scrolling through the chat to get to questions here. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Texas again in the house. Indianapolis, that's from my hometown area right there. New Jersey, Oklahoma, Illinois, Georgia. Sierra Nevada Beer says hello. I love you, Sierra Nevada Beer. Thank you for saying hello from California. And everybody's coming in. Okay, so I'm just making it through questions right now. I'm extremely seriously interested in this with you. Great. I'm looking forward to working with you on this. How do I get started with the training? We just went through the different ways to be able to get started there as well. On it, if I have a, okay, so I'll get all I want's an affiliate link. If you just want an affiliate link, you can go to creditsuite.com/affiliate and you can just become an affiliate. You won't make nearly as much as a partner, but you can absolutely do that. If you're an online marketer, that could work for you as well. I'm already the level of fleet cards, but seems that is most I can get approved for. Then you might want to look back at fundability. If you're getting stuck getting approvals at that step, then keep improving fundability, keep getting more accounts, and that will help you move to the next tier. Again, as a client, you don't have that problem because the problem is you either didn't build fundability, which we do in step one with our clients, or you didn't get enough credit to get to the next step, which our clients do it step by step. So they don't have exactly that issue. And Paul says, can we talk one-on-one? Yeah, just email info@creditsuite.com and our team can make that happen. Can we see the slide again that has the amount to get started? That is right here. Is that slide? Do you recommend Vox or Vox? That Vox will work better than Google for voice number. Grasshopper works as well for virtual phone. You can absolutely use that. Yes, you can use a service for your own company. It's 8 payments of $697 credit based. It's not anybody can get approved for that payment plan. We don't do credit checks for that as well. A Pipeline Pro as an alternative to Active Campaign. We haven't, Jim, because we survey all of our clients, and our clients use Active Campaign more than any other CRM, which is why we use that to build our funnels. Is there a discount for already been? Yeah, if you're already a client, you get a discount. Everything you paid gets applied to partner. Give us a call. We'll look up how much you paid. We just subtract that from partner and can work out difference for you in the difference. We have an opportunity to do funding for clients in the next 3 months, very confidential. You can go to info@creditsuite.com to get in touch with me on that funding opportunity. Would financing be reported on your personal credit and will be a hard pull? It depends on the kind of financing you get. A lot of our lenders won't do a hard pull. A lot will do soft. And some lenders we work with do a hard pull when it comes to lenders. Remember, keep in mind, worked over 1,000 funding sources. So it's a combination of both is to answer your question there. I've been in the lending space for 15 years, 5 sales associates. We're rebranding under that on our site is I would like to add this to our suite. Yeah, we'd love to help you that. I'm looking to bring on other sales associates. Yeah, absolutely. Savannah, give us a call. When you call in, specifically ask for Steve Weibel. Steve handles our business development. He's helped a lot of people in your situation do just that, get involved and incorporate business credit into their products and services, and they make a lot of money with it. So just call our main number or email us, and information's right here, and then ask for Steve Weibel, and Steve will be able to help you. Just ask for Steve, and they'll know who you're asking about. How much time should you wait before applying for different trade lines? It doesn't matter unless it's fleet credit. Fleet credit's often underwritten by the same source. You don't want to apply for too much in the short period of time, because they'll think it's fraud. But outside of fleet credit, it doesn't matter how much you apply for what period of time. What if you've been a partner for a couple of years but haven't done anything with the program? Give us a call. Call the same number here and let our team get you restarted. Let our partner success team give you whatever you need to actually come in and be successful. Can you use more than one SAC code? You don't want to. You want to choose one NAICS code, and the one NAICS code is what you really want to be able to get started with, not come in and do multiples. Okay, I got 3 chats here, guys. I got the stuff from the webinar, the stuff from the live stream. So I'm still making it through your questions. And if you're asking questions now, keep in mind, I'm answering questions from hours ago. So I will get caught up to you. I'm making it through pretty quick right now. Newport, Peoria, Ohio, everybody coming from all different places. Probably it helps me moving forward. I appreciate that, Andrea. Thank you very much. And Derek, my buddy, had to share. Let's be sure to share this video. Derek Harper, one of my great friends. I'm so happy. Derek is one of my closest friends, and he's actually in Atlanta, and he's coming down Friday. I'm having a party at my place Friday, and he's actually coming down, so I'm so excited. I only get to see him 2 or 3 times a year. So, buddy, thanks for sharing, and I'm so excited to see you Friday. I can't tell you how excited I am that you're going to be here. Having a party with like 100 people here, and all I really care about is the fact that Derek is going to be here. He's one of the coolest people that I ever had a chance to get to know. A lot of people coming in and saying hello as well. And Dallas in the house, Miami in the house, Florida in the house. What's up, Steve? Thanks for coming in. You're always a regular here. I appreciate you coming in. And again, I'm just trying to make it through questions, guys. That's all I'm doing right now is going through the chat to answer any questions that you all may have. Unbelievable. Who knew? Yes, I agree, man. It is pretty unbelievable, right? I'm an ultimate executive partner. I love it. You can't beat partnering with Credit Suite. Wow, that's like the best testimonial. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that. I code and have successfully made multiple businesses. How do I only buy your lending section of what you're selling as a business loan broker? You don't just buy our lending section because that's not going to work. Again, if you've looked at what I've trained you on today, to just offer loans and ignore the fact that people need fundability and business credit built kind of puts you down a failing path because you're going to get more denials than approvals. Lendio might be able to help you with that. We've just seen that be end in failure, so we don't work that way. But we do have an affiliate program. You can be an affiliate and just refer customers over. We can help. So that might be a path that can help you in some way. You can go to creditsuite.com/affiliate. How do we offer our clients a chance to finance the suite? We can talk to you about that as well. And again, we'll get you access to our funding partner who finances our customers to be able to also be able to finance yours as well. I'm going to have him come on and do a partner webinar with our partners as well. I want to start an installation company, but I have nothing but a brand new machine I spent 10 grand on now, and I'm stuck with no business registered, no funds because I lost my job. I need a tip. Well, there's a lot of different ways you can get money. Typically, money is offered through business credit or funding. So if you give us a call, we can specifically talk to you about your unique situation and what's involved to be able to get funding. How do we see the playback? If you give us a call, we can send you a playback, or you're watching on Facebook, you should be able to watch. If you go to Facebook, Credit Suite's Facebook page, you can watch it there as well. So give us a call. We'll send you a playback, or go to our Facebook page. Either of that, we can be able to help you. I need funding so I don't lose my current business. We can help you with that. All you have to do is just give us a call. We can walk through that with you. And what virtual address should we stay away from? I don't think there's any to stay away from, but I like Alliance the best out of all of them. I've been a partner in this program for 3 years. This program has given me another line of income for my customer base. It's awesome to help businesses in this financial industry. Awesome, Mark. You guys see, these are impromptu testimonials here. So you can just see our partners chiming in. And you can also hear me reading through every single question. I'm not just cherry picking stuff. So you can see a lot of our partners are already here and the success that they're having along the way. James from Georgia is in the house. How much commission will I make per transaction in terms of points? It doesn't really work that way because it's different. So the easiest way to explain is we say you can earn about 50% of whatever we earn. The points, if you broke it down into points, differentiates. Sometimes you make a half a point. Sometimes you can make 3 to 5, depending on the funding product. You got to keep in mind, we work with every legitimate funding program. So as a result of that, they all pay very differently on each program. But, half a point to 3 or 5 is the range. It's a pretty wide range, I know, but that's kind of the way that it works. And let me see, can you help a business owner? Okay, we talked about that. Can you help someone get a loan or fund their business? We have a lot of ways to do that. Yes. Hello, Tyco question. I'm already a partner. Can I? Yeah, we already talked about that. Answer that as well. I already have some of the packaging time mentioned, such as funnel scripts, But what I still love to be a partner with Credit Suite. Do you have any other partnership tier that is lower than VIP and ultimate tiers? We can talk to you about that depending on depending on what your needs are, we could talk to you about that. Yes. So just give us a call. Does notary count as a business license? It doesn't. A business license is separate to your business based on industry, county that you're in, etc. Best PowerPoint or tool in the suite to present a group of individuals that aren't familiar with business credit. There's great resources. If you go to, it's something like similar to like how to build business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social. That's my main pitch deck or presentation deck I use to be able to present Alfresh. And also keep in mind, if you just get in touch with Partner Success in your back office, if you come to the top right and you go to contact for contact the team, which is right here. If you go right here, our team can help you with that too. Just go to contact us and our team can help you find that stuff as well. But it's a PowerPoint on how to build business credit for your EIN that's not like your social. That's what I would use for that purpose. Greetings, brother. Can you please give me a call? Absolutely, John. We can do that, but I don't have your ability to call you now. So from this, so do me a favor, give us a call or send us an email, and then we can give you a call back. How long does the average person take to get results? With business credit building, you're going to get fundability knocked out in the first day or week, depending on how much fundability stuff you have in line. You're able to get starter vendors right away. You're able to get retail store credit, fleet credit in about 30 to 90 days. You're able to get bank credit, Visa, MasterCard, auto financing in about 4 to 6 months total time. And if you qualify for financing, you could typically get money right now, right away, but you've got to have something that makes you lendable, like cash flow credit or collateral. So any of those type of things can help you get financing right away as well. Any partners in Nashville, Tennessee? I'm sure we've got quite a few up there. Yes. Is iPostal okay? Virtual iPostal is a virtual address, not a virtual office. Don't use them. They're the same as a UPS address. You want to stay away from them, as a matter of fact. Melvin, hey, quick question. I'm already partner. Yep, we already talked about that. Speaking with team this Friday. Awesome. Can't wait for you to get started. Belinda, does sole proprietor count? It does, but you want to get away from sole proprietor. It doesn't look very credible to lenders and credit issuers. I would change to an LLC corporation. And again, if you're a partner of ours, our advisors will help you with all of this. That's part of what you get as a bonus is 30, 60 minutes with our advisors that can help you through that. How long does it take does it take to get clients on average? Depends on how you go get clients. I just did a presentation last week on how to build a massive action plan to get clients. And it depends on what actions you take. When I started selling business credit, I went to networking events right away. And the very first month I made my first 3 sales. I made $7,500 the first month, but it's because I took action. So how fast you make money depends on how fast you start talking to people. The secret to succeeding as a partner or loan broker is all about talking to people. We give you everything you need to do so, but how fast you start doing that determines how fast it takes you to make money. We have a lot of partners that get started making money right away, but they're out there talking to people right away. So it's just something to think about. I've only been in business for 9 months. I need funding. We can help with that too. We have a lot of sources that can absolutely help you on that to be able to help you be able to get funding, as we talked about as well. Okay, and all right. So that being said, that's about all the questions I have. So I'm going to wrap this up. Look, now you know how to build a 7-figure loan broker business, right? It's about helping everybody you can get approved. So we do that by fundability to fix the underlying problems of why people get denied. Building business credit, which helps the people who can get money, get more money at better terms and makes you a hero. Helps all the people that can't get normal money still get funding through business credit. So you have a solution to catch all. Like I said, the most successful loan brokers make more money on people they can't help than people they can, because they're offering things like business credit. So whether you're talking about people like my buddy Derek Harper, most of the gurus in the space and credit repair or a lot of other industries, this is what they're using behind the scenes. When I go to a loan broker event, 60 to 70% of people in that room are our partners. So I still believe to this day that over 60% of loan brokers you talk to are starting to use Credit Suite to help with offering business credit or helping them with financing when they can't offer a financing solution themselves or offer products they don't want to offer. Remember the flexibility you have with us. Remember that you could bring people just in for funding. You could sell them this finance suite and leave funding out of it. If you don't want us to offer funding, you can make the sale. You can have us make the sale. We'll get on the phone and make the sale for you. Also, don't forget that you're getting the equivalent here of a $30,000 business franchise for less than $5,000, right? and prices are only going to continue to go up there. We help you finance it over 8 months for less than $700, and we'll even help you get additional financing to lower that down to $100, $200 if you want us to finance the package for you. So we make it ridiculously affordable for you to get started, or go the other way and break it down into 2 or 3 payments instead of 1. And you get everything the minute you get started. So even if you make payments, the first payment you make, we get you access to everything. So you can hit the ground running right now in the beginning part of December. And by the end of the month, you're trained and you're out there. You've got all your marketing materials up, ready to go. And by January 1, you hit the ground running, making money with this. Very, very, very reasonable. Don't forget, we've got advisors and finance officers that help you through the process of building business credit and financing and help your clients. They do the work so you don't have to. So you can just market and sell and grow the business instead of getting caught in the business. Also, don't forget, we have an entire customer success, partner success team. The partner success team, their entire job is just to help you succeed as a partner. And when you give us a call, you'll talk to one of our sales reps, Jimmy, Steve, any of these number of these guys. Mark, I should have even started mentioning them because now I didn't mention more than half of them. But these guys will then continue to help you. They get commissions on every enrollment you sell. Notice what I said. When you sell a customer and you buy an enrollment for us, our sales rep that enrolls you gets a commission on that. We do that for a reason, because our sales rep has an incentive to help you through the program. So not only do you have a partner success team that's entire role in our company is to help our partners succeed, you also have the rep you're going to talk to when you call that helps you succeed as a partner as well. They win when you win. So they're there to help you. A lot of our sales reps will even get on a webinar with you. They'll get on Clubhouse. They'll help you do the things that are needed to make sales because they win and you win. It's a partnership. That's why we call it a partnership. So give us a call at 877-600-2487. We could talk to you about the most affordable way to get started, get you your 20,000 plus in bonuses. So you could get 30 plus tools to grow the business, valuation tool, the training you need on outsourcing, on delegation, on building your own personal brand, 20 G's worth of stuff that's going to help you grow your business that you're able to get through this Friday as well. And don't forget, we'll work with you on affordability. So the question right now is, okay, do I want business credit financing for my business? Yes. Does everything that I've shown you today make sense to improve your fundability, build business credit, get financing? Yes. Would you rather work with our technology, work with our advisors, and follow the success of 48,000 people we've helped through this process? If the answer is yes, give us a call. We'll work with you on the affordability to make it financially feasible for you to do so. The other side of this is, do you want to make money with business credit financing? You're never going to find a more comprehensive program to help you succeed as a loan broker as this. And the reason I say that is because the people right now in the loan broker space that are helping you get launched, they're pretty new, less than 3 years in this industry. I've been in this industry for 10 years. I've helped tens of thousands of people succeed. And in that 10 years, we've built all these resources. We've realized that our network is needed and give them all to you. Part of our executive plan, you get my PowerPoints. If I do live streams 3 times a week, you get my PowerPoints before I even get them. So again, every resource you need, all the training, the support team, the software to manage your entire business, everything for less than $4,500. That's the most ludicrous thing, really, if you think about it. And then you're getting your own finance suite, your own advisor team, your own finance team, then 20,000 in bonuses on top of that. It's honestly the most ludicrous offer that you're going to see in 2021, and it's valid through this Friday. So if you want to get started, don't put it off and think you'll get to it later. Go to creditsuite.com/partner-webinar to get started, or send us an email, or give us a call and let us talk through this with you. If you have any other questions, we're going to answer them for you that way. Because again, even though you guys might have some more questions here, I'm going to try to get to a couple. I've got a 3 o'clock I've got to run to. So I'm going to answer a couple last questions here, and then I'm going to wrap up. Okay, I registered my LLC and EI under my iPostal address. You're going to probably want to change that. It's going to be a problem because iPostal is the same as a PO box, just so you know. How long does the program last? They get 12 months with business advisors, 12 months worth of 12 months of business advisors, indefinite access to the finance suite and our funding team. Only reason for that is 12 months of the advisors is all they need to build their business credit. Because when we use the materials to train our sales team, yes, we have your own sales team training. So you can even access sales team training for your sales team, even add sales reps and manage them all from your back office as well. Do we need to email you all to get reply? you can email us or give us a call. But right now, like I said, 1,000, 2,000 people here. I haven't looked at the numbers. Our phones are going to be inundated. If you give us a call, we will either answer or we will call you right back. The same as if you leave a voicemail. Just keep in mind, a lot of people are calling 9 people that are receiving calls. So for some reason, if you can't get through, leave a voicemail. I promise you we'll call you back. You can send us an email as well, whatever works more convenient for you as well. And I meant to get a playback. If you're on the webinar, no. If you attended to the in the end, you will. You attended to the end of this, you will get a playback sent to you automatically. Only people that need to send an email is people that are attending on the social side. You're on the webinar, so you're good. You're going to get a PowerPoint, or you're going to get it sent to you. Best power. Okay, greeting. Okay, how long? Okay, sorry. Real question there. I have a franchise agreement for the Florida need 4.2 million funding. Do I need to pay for the broker program? No, you can just give us a call. Just give us a call and we'll talk to you about getting funding for that individual deal. I'm shutting down all my chats now. So if you have any other questions, just give us a call. I got a 3 o'clock that I've got to run to, which is the only reason I'm jumping off. But now you know everything you need to succeed as a loan broker, everything packaged in a nice little bundle for you, the ability to help people even when you can't get funding, all the training, all the marketing, an entire team that you need behind you to be able to succeed for minuscule money compared to what you'd spend $30,000 to get this from any other kind of funding franchise out there. And we'll make it affordable for you. If you're interested, if you have other questions we can help you with, give us a ring at 877-600-2487, 877-600-2487. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Thanks for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you on our next training and look forward to working with you as a loan broker, helping you succeed into 2022 and beyond with offering business credit financing. Thanks for tuning in. Give us a call to talk more. Look forward to working with you as a business loan broker. So thanks for tuning in.